Yeah, we're back. Part 2. Last video, we ended with having to try out replacing the injectors. So that's what we thought was the problem. We swapped them out with used injectors that I had laying around, and the car actually runs now. Runs normal. For the most part. Yeah. We still want to replace the spark plugs because the other ones have seen some stuff. But we'll show you that it actually runs. In our last video, when we were revving it a little bit, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but the motor had a lot of hop to it. That's because, the dog bone mount, right? Yes, what it was, the dog bone mount, the bolt that goes to it is completely sheared off. So we're gonna have to get in there and tap that out and put a new bolt in. So we're gonna fix that on this episode and probably do plugs, or are we gonna wait to do that?
Depends on how getting that bolt out of the trans goes.
All right, well, let's get to it. Time lapse is done. We got that bolt out. Right out of here. If you can see with the light or not. Oh no. Basically, all we did was the bolt was snapped off inside of here. Just took a nut, welded to the top of the broken part of the bolt inside of the nut. And then first one broke. I didn't have the weld settings right. Adjusted the welder again. Welded it, and we got it out, second try. So that's awesome that it actually came out. We don't have to drill and tap it.
Yes. And the reason why we were able to do that is because the transmission is aluminum and the bolt is steel. And when you weld to steel, it won't stick to aluminum. So that's our victory for the night. Now we just gotta find a bolt to put in it. But I think we might move on to some other stuff. It depends. It's kind of early, so
Well,
we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do, and then we'll pop back in.
well, we got that one bolt fixed for the trans mount, the dog bone mount, and now I think it's time for race car parts. Not really a bunch. Doing a catless downpipe. What is this, 3-inch?
I think so. It deletes both cats, the resonator, the mid muffler. It's a CTS downpipe, and the mid muffler delete.
Extra set of wheels off of another GTI.
It'll look way better, color match and everything.
And we'll get to throwing it under.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, we have our new exhaust on here. If anybody is going to do this job and put this exhaust on, just a couple pointers. One is make sure that this mount right here, I don't even know what it's called, honestly. This mount gets put on to your exhaust before attaching your exhaust to your turbo, your downpipe to your turbo. Otherwise, you're going to have a hell of a time getting that on. You're going to have to undo the bolts from the turbo or the nuts to the turbo.
Make sure the lip is on the bottom. There's a lip on this black thing. We had it the other way around and it did not fit.
Yep. So that, what else? When you're feeding it up in here, you kind of have to like twist the down pipe as it's going in, if that makes sense. You'll figure it out if you're doing it.
And this is just temporary. We didn't have a plug for here. The other person had a wideband in it. But for now, we gotta lower it, put our intake on that we got from Unitronics. And there's one bolt that we still need to do on the down pipe. It's only accessible from the top.
Dude, wanna get this in?
All right, so we got all the exhaust on. We got our intake on. It's a used one from Unitronics. And we got it off Facebook. But it's all together, so we're gonna start it and see how it sounds.
I'd say that sounds pretty good.
I have to agree.
That's gonna be it for today, though.
Yeah?
So, we'll see us on another episode.